Watching a film with friends, missing VHS videotape repeating.
Welcome back, fam and crew, creeps and peeps, to another video. Today we're looking at Spawn. Widescreen director's cut. The special effects movie event of the year. New Line home video. A little dusty, as most of my stuff is. 3.5 stars. Spawn is unforgettable. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times. Imagine a creature on the verge of creation. From comic book legend Todd McFarlane comes the live-action special effects event of the year, Spawn. Michael Jai White, John Leguizamo, and Martin Sheen. Martin Sheen? It's President Kennedy, you idiot.
Hey, Miles, what year was that map made?
Oh, I don't know. Probably a couple hundred years before.
Oh, wow!
President Lincoln, George Washington, Martin Sheen.
Martin
Sheen, that's President Kennedy, you idiot!
Was they different?
I mean, he played Kennedy once. Oh.
Star in a battle beyond good, beyond evil, and beyond imagination. This R-rated director's cut includes additional footage, interview with Todd McFarlane, the making of Spawn featurette. So directed by Mark A.Z. Dippy. Directed by Dippy. Screenplay Alan McElroy and Mark A.Z. Dippy. So I think, or is a screen story by those two, and then screenplay by Alan McElroy. And I believe it's probably the same Alan McElroy who wrote Halloween 4. We'll have to look that up. I probably won't, though. Read the Avon books, paperback, soundtrack available on Immortal Epic, CDs and cassettes, featuring music from Filter, with Crystal Method, Korn and the Dust Brothers, Marilyn Manson, featuring the Sneaker Pimps, Henry Rollins with Goldie. I think I had that soundtrack, or somebody I know had the soundtrack. So this is my original copy that I bought off the shelves at Best Buy or wherever. I did see this in theater in 1997 when it came out, or 1990, I guess, was I say 98? I don't remember. No, it came out in 97, the video in 98. I just remember it having like the longest opening credit sequence ever. Like the whole thing of him going down into hell and all that just took forever. Kind of like the opening of The Ninth Gate. It just seems like it was some of the longest opening credits ever. So this is obviously the director's cut version, so it's rated R. I do believe the theatrical version was PG-13. Because right here we have, I guess this is the same version, just one's widescreen and one's not. Both of them, I guess this one has kind of like an embossing. It's like matte here, it's embossed a little bit, it's kind of punched up, you know, and then glossy. This one doesn't have that because it has this chromium card. I believe this came like that. It was shrink wrapped like that when you bought it and it came off. So there's information from Todd McFarlane back there. I'm not going to read it, sorry. But still a cool chromium piece. It includes Spawn savings booklet. Ooh, America Online. Todd McFarlane Toys Collectors Club. Spawn bottle opener. There you go. Animated Spawn video, $2 rebate offer. Hey, look at that. It's almost like I got those sitting right here. Spawn and Spawn 2. This one's still sealed, actually. This is obviously the HBO show of Spawn. Lenticular covers. I remember this movie kind of being panned a little bit. It's kind of weird that, you know, it should have been this really nasty, gritty, R-rated movie based off the comics. And for some reason, there's like a little kid in it that the studio kind of forced them to put in there. And it's just, I don't know. The visual effects were great for the time being. I believe it was Industrial Light and Magic that did them. Yeah, Steve Spaz Williams, visual effects. Didn't say Industrial Light and Magic, but I'm pretty sure it was. D.V. Sweeney, Nicole Williamson, Teresa Randall, Michael Jai White, probably one of his first big roles. Still a fantastic actor and an amazing martial artist. And it's funny now, going back and watching this, seeing Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen, that's President Kennedy, you idiot!
In it, because this is probably like his dip, like the bottom, right before he did The West Wing. Yeah, I mean, I guess he was in like American President the year before this, which is also how he got the role in The West Wing. just funny seeing, President Jed Bartlett. Oh, look, Industrial Light and Magic. Be in a movie like this. But I love Martin Sheen, even though, yeah. Good movie. Like, Todd McFarlane's been talking about remaking this movie for 30 years now. He says it's just around the corner. He's going to direct it himself. It's going to be gritty and nasty. But when I got back into comics back in early 2024, one of the things I wanted to do was go back and try and complete a run of Spawn comics. I think I have all the first, 30 maybe. But actually, some of the harder ones to collect are the ones in the 90s and hundreds when the publishing rates were kind of down, so there's less copies printed. But because obviously a friend of mine was way ahead in his knowledge of Image Comics. My friend Jesse, he was really big into Spawn. He had the first run of toys, and he would draw Spawn all the time. And I was still kind of more into X-Men and Gambit and stuff. But so going back, I wanted to collect some of the number ones of all the Image stuff, which is relatively cheap because there's millions of them. I mean, there's millions of Spawn number one. Of what was the other ones? I can't think of the other ones. The one, what was the Rob Liefeld one? I don't know. Jim Lee had Wildcats, and then you had all those other dudes from the Image Comics. But Spawn, widescreen, and director's cut. Pretty much the same movie, just one's widescreen. Color patterns is slightly different. So I wonder if this one came out first. Because this has a 1997 New Line Home Video, and this has a 1998. So maybe this one hit the shelves first, the director's cut, and then the widescreen hit later. But knowing me, I always had to pick up all the widescreens. This one I picked up years later. I think this came from City Thrift. And when, I think it was 2024, Planet Comic-Con here in Kansas City, Keith David, who's the voice of Spawn on HBO, was going to be there. So I got these to have him sign, but he ended up only being there on Friday, and I intended on going Saturday or Sunday. But I guess he had one of the longest lines. So I didn't get that, unfortunately. But cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts on Spawn, the original one from 1997. Do you think Todd McFarlane will ever get around to making a new version? I doubt it too. As always, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.